Hello class, let's do the proverbial hello world exercise, which teaches us how to just produce very basic output to screen or to different areas with a language, in this case JavaScript. So the cool thing about JavaScript is that you don't have to really set up an environment. It's already available to you in pretty much any browser. Um, so let's get started. The way you can do it is just press F12 to bring up the developer tools. And then, from Web 1400, usually the tab that you worked with the most was the Elements tab, pretty much exclusively, I think, and these buttons. But in JavaScript, increasingly we're going to work with the console. So here's the console, and to execute Hello World from the console, we just type console log and then hello world. And press return. And there you get it. Now notice here too that what's happened is not only was hello world outputted, but undefined was outputted as well. And that's because this particular JavaScript line didn't actually return anything. So say we did 4 plus 5, that actually returns 9, so it's actually not returning undefined. Okay. Now let's try Hello World in a slightly different environment, not in the console that's built into the developer tools, but let's try it in JSBin. So go to JSBin, and let's get rid of this stuff. And well, you can write it here, for example, console log hello world, and then open up the console and run it, and you get hello world. You can also run it right from your HTML. So this is, a special editor, JSBin. You don't have to use this pane. You can do it right in the HTML itself using the script tag, and the standard place actually to write your JavaScript is right here, right below where you would, right in the head section. So script, and you can see that the console is kind of outputting all sorts of errors because it's executing. If you don't want it to execute, turn this off, clear it, and run it. Nothing's happening. But now if you do console.log hello world and run it, and now outputs to console here too. Actually, you can see that it actually runs with or without the semicolon. In previous versions of JavaScript, you needed semicolons after any inappropriate places in your JavaScript. Increasingly, that's not the case, but I encourage you to use it, especially if you're moving between another kind of C-based language that uses semicolons. So that's another place. So there's two places here where we can run console.log from JavaScript. We can also run it from the console itself. So here's the console, and we can do console.log and we get the same output that we would if we were running it in the developer tools. So if you didn't want to output to the console, but you wanted to output to the actual browser screen, you could do document.write and then hello world and execute it again, and now you get it right here. Or maybe you want to pop up an alert, you could run it that way too. So alert hello world, like that, and now it should run an alert. Now you get hello world there. Um, So it should be pretty obvious to you that, if we save this to an HTML file and then open it in our browser, the same stuff will be also outputted. But just to make that abundantly clear to you, I'll do that myself right now. So here I've saved that same text to in Notepad, just to and created a file called hello world.html. Let's now open it up in an editor, or let's open up File Manager. Fine, I saved it in Documents uh, and hello world, and you can see that the alert comes up. It outputs the screen, and if we open up the console, we can see that it also outputted here. Okay, now you get to try that in the JSBin exercise that is the next item down in this particular learning module. Good luck.